What we have here is our summertime midsummer show, which is entitled Nothing at the End of the Lane. And I wanted to evoke something that was about kind of play and is kind of childlike in that way, all of which are elements in this show. But the most exciting thing about working in this way with artists is that, you know, you come up with a title, you come up with some loose links between the artists, but because we're basically working in a site-specific way, I don't know what the artists are really going to produce until they've actually started working, and that's been very exciting in this show. I didn't expect the artists to produce so much made sculptural work as was produced for this show, which has been a very rewarding process over the last couple of weeks or so. Elaine Gann has been working on a number of pieces looking at economics and capital and kind of the economic system. And what she pitched to us as a project was a project about the Olympics, which are obviously going to be going on in China and Beijing during this show. The kind of things she's interested in are the kind of social, political and economic effects of culture, and obviously the Olympics are part of that. She's also interested in how you tell the kind of narratives that you tell graphically, kind of graphic narratives. But the thing that kind of made this project fit for me very strongly into what I wanted for this show was this idea of the Olympics and this idea of the Olympics ideal, and the Olympics being basically a fantastic construct. You know, it's actually called the Olympic ideal. It's idealized. It's not actually real, because as everyone knows, or at least as I feel everyone knows, we all imagine the Olympics to be this amazing kind of, you know, cultural gift that we get every 4 years, but that ideal, I think, very often doesn't match up to exactly what happens, and especially in a dictatorship, an economic dictatorship like China. The kind of ideals of kind of freedom and the kind of amateur ideal of the sportsman, sportswoman, I think are compromised, and those are the kind of things that I think Elaine wanted to look at in this installation. This is a piece by Jeff Williams, who's an artist based in Houston. It's called Stairwell. Jeff, as an artist, is very interested in kind of artifice and things that look like something that they're not, and tricks. Trompe-l'oeil, I believe they were called. For those of you who know the soap factory, you will remember that usually in this space there is a stairs leading down into our basement. And Jeff has produced a piece that makes it appear that we've basically concreted in these stairs, that these stairs are no longer present. And of course that's not true. He has produced something that has the appearance of being concrete when in fact isn't. And actually I've had a number of people come through already and have been kind of amazed and astounded that we filled in the stairway without telling anyone, and have therefore blocked access to our basement, when in fact that isn't entirely the case. Jeff was here for a couple of days and was very attracted to the stair, the hole that was made in this concrete slab, and produced this piece that kind of negates that hole and removes it. An example of, as I was saying, of an artist who's kind of using the kind of material of the gallery to make work, rather than kind of using the gallery as an arena for work to happen in. It's actually kind of using the architecture itself. This piece by an artist based in Detroit called Jack Liu. And it's a piece that's based on one of the original soap vats that were in this building when the soap factory was an actual soap factory. And it's called inverted soap vat, and it is exactly what it looks like, or exactly what it says it is. It is a soap vat that is inverted. There are spaces left in this building where these vats originally were. They were all removed in the early 1990s. If you invert this, put it the other way around, they had these great 12-foot wide cedar vats where they would boil up the animal fat and lye to precipitate soap. And Jacques has simply recreated that. It's something that that you can go inside by just doing this, and it's a kind of an amazing space. Jacques coated the inside of this reproduction vat with soaps. You get a very strong detergent soap smell, and then also, of course, you get this amazing echo as well. He did quite a lot of research about the appearance of these objects, what they originally looked like, but also spoke to the original soap manufacturers in the space, who owned the soap factory originally, National Purity Soap and Chemical Company, and they actually were able to donate the soap that Jacques covered the inside with. And what Jennifer Danos is doing here, and I think really achieving extremely well, is again to try and create a work that kind of doesn't exist, to kind of make art that is not art, or make an object that is not an object. And this is a very simple concept, brilliantly executed by Jennifer and our staff here at Soap Factory, to create a gallery wall within a gallery wall. So what you see when you approach the piece is a blank wall. Therefore, what you then do is you go round, and you see another blank wall. You continue walking along this blank wall to the second corner, which you then turn to see another blank wall. Again, you walk through and turn another corner, thus returning you to where you started, and none the wiser. It's a fantastic commentary, I think, on the making and unmaking of art objects, and also on the white cube, the white box that displays art, but also with the variety of light effects that we get from the artificial light coming from this part of the gallery compared to the natural light coming through the window. There's a beautiful play of light on the surfaces, on the wall surfaces, which actually makes it a very attractive, a very enticing object, which of course is, once you've discovered that kind of functionally speaking it's ultimately unsatisfying, then you're forced to examine it in a kind of non-functional way, which starts to make it a lot more satisfying. But to me, it's one of the best pieces that we've had in this space.